So I've been working on my F-250, 2002. It's a V10, not a diesel, for about a year now. And I had a problem with my four-wheel drive. So what a lot of people may not understand and may not know about these Fords is this seal on the inside of this windshield, at some point the seal goes bad. So right in here, you get water leaking inside. It leaks down on the inside of the vehicle, down onto the gem module, and it'll pop your gem module. So now see, it's right inside the glove compartment on some are on the other side behind the fuse panel on the driver's side. This vehicle on mine, this is a 2002 V10, so it's right up on the top. Now if you just look in here on the side, it's not there. A lot of them say they're on the side. Mine's not there. It's up top. There's two little screws right here. Pop those down, take those screws down. There's another screw on the back side of this. It's right back here. Now that one's kind of hard to get to, so I broke my old gem module. It's just a housing, it's not the actual module. I broke the housing just to get it out of there. It's a tight squeeze to fit in there. I don't need it, it's kind of pushed back inside here anyway, so it's not really moving. Got the new gem module, came in, put it in here. Got the windshield fixed, taken out, resealed, put back in so I don't get any more leaks. Now, I know that when that gem module popped, here's what happened. I took the gem module out, here's the old gem module, opened it up. First thing I saw was a black mark. Well, that tells you something ain't right. A lot of people said it's not the gem module, it's the fuse, it's the relay, it's that yada yada. Well, clearly it's the gem module. Now, because the gem module fried, I had a problem with it surging energy somehow. I don't know how, but somehow it burned up my motor in the transfer case. Now, I replaced the gem module, I replaced the shift motor because I know that motor was screwed up. Like I said, the windshield's fixed. So I'm gonna show you what else I had to go through. I also came up here. Now there's two of these boxes, the relay boxes. This one has more than two. This one here, pop the top off of it. If I can get to it. There's only two relays there. Only two. Now, I'm not sure if one engages and one disengages. That's what I believe. One's engaging, one disengaging. I'm not sure how it goes, but both the relays were good. I tested them, they were fine. But I decided to put new ones in. So, still had the same problem. So they say, you know, check your fuses, right? So I go in and I check my fuses. These come off pretty easy. They just twist. That's it. That drops down. Here's your fuse box. That comes down. Now, this is the number 19 fuse right here. You got 4 across. You got your one up, your one up right above this other big one. You got your one right beside that. That very first one, that's number 19. That's for the 4-wheel drive. Now, you can check your diagram. You can look it up on YouTube. You can Google it, whatever you want to do. However it works, because all of these ain't the same. Some of these are down here, and it's kind of hard to get to it. Mine just happens to be here. So if yours is like this, I'm just showing you my problem. I checked this fuse. This fuse was good. I didn't know if there was any other fuses, so I checked all my fuses. Every one of these fuses was good, but what I didn't know is that over here, you have 2 over, 2, 3 up. So this green fuse here originally came from here, but it says it's not used. So there's no power to it. It says it's not used. Well, it says that. So I took the fuse out and I looked at it, and that fuse was popped. And here's what I got. Now I'm going to try to show you this. maybe it'll pick it up, maybe it won't. See that little wire on the inside? Circular. Come on, there it is. See how it split? That fuse was bad. So that's the original one that came from where this green one is. It was a 30. This just happens to be a 40, and I'll change it later. I just wanted to check it. So I put the 40 here and turn the key. And before I changed this fuse, I still had no power. Got that changed, and my 4-wheel drive works. I don't know if you can hear it. Sorry about that. My fault. On. Off. 4-wheel drive is working fine now. So to the people that says it's not your gem module, well, check your gem module and see. Open it up, see if you got a little burnt spot. If your windshield leaks, that's where it's coming from. That leak is going to pop that gem module. When it does, it's going to pop one of these two fuses, if not both. Again, 1, 2, it's the third one. Now this one here, this one, and up here, at the very top one, the very first one, and the third one up from this side. One runs the trailer brake, and this one here runs the 4-wheel drive. So if your trailer brake is not working, chances are one of these is popped. Now when I put mine in reverse, my trailer brakes would lock up. Changed this fuse, and it was fine. That's that. Again, check your fuses. Check your gem module. Excuse me. I replaced the motor underneath just because it was bad. I could not, once I got it off, I could not turn it whatsoever. The motor itself, I could not turn it. It was completely seized. When I jumped in my truck last year, I smelled something burning. I didn't know what it was. Well, after I opened up that gem module, I figured out it was the gem module. And I opened up that motor. Well, not opened it up, but fuck with the motor and realized that motor was fried too. That's from that power surge. So that was the problem. Now you know. 2002 F250 4x4 not working, and that was the fix. Gem module, 2 fuses. Found the gem module on eBay, a place called Rancho Truck Company or Rancho Truck Store or something like that. And they had exactly what I needed. It was like $225, $250 shipped to my door. Got it, put it in. It takes only a few minutes to put it in. And just like that, it was done. I still had no power again until I checked those fuses. Once I put the fuses in, 4x4 worked. So you might only have a fuse problem. You could have a fuse and a relay problem. You could have a fuse, a relay, and a module problem, or just a motor problem. I changed everything and still had no power until I tracked down that big fuse. And that big fuse was the culprit. I had no power whatsoever until I changed that fuse. Then my 4-wheel drive worked. Thanks for watching.